Still working on strategy for Let's Go to Japan.
Just gonna bring you another Let's Go to Japan playthrough. Believe this is my highest scoring game so far, so let's just go through it real quick. So we have our it's basically our happiness cheap symbols on the first day, or shopping on the last day, and our cultural events on Friday. So these are the ones I want to score a lot of points on. If I can find a way to score on this, I will. But it's hard sometimes to score on the Monday day. We'll just see what we're going to do with the other 3 days as we go. So I see this right off the bat. That's a lot of points. That's a 10-point card. I'm probably going to be able to do that. I also see this, the 3 different symbols, which is also good. So I choose actually the 3 different symbols here. Put it on Tuesday. That way I can start building up symbols for these other days that are after it. So maybe if I'm short a shopping card, this will make up for it later on, maybe with a goal, you know. Then I see this card come out. It's 3 per every day I just stay in Tokyo, so all blue cards. I believe I take that one. Put it here on Thursday with the culture or the gardens, right, day, and that way I can try to fill these up with as many blue cards as possible, so I can get like 12 points off of this end goal if possible. And I already have the temples before it, so that's going to make triggering the goal easy, right? Probably take this card. Like I said, I think I played this game like a week ago, and put it here. It's, you know, food or dining, whatever you want to call it, and it's got the happiness, like the inexpensive symbol on it. It's not a bad scoring. It's just you can't have any unhappiness to trigger it. So more likely, I'm gonna look for a better end games or end day scoring for that one. Or I think they call it the daily highlight. Oh, I put it over here in the first column is what I do. That's interesting. Forgot about that. Because it's more likely I'm not going to have any unhappiness before this. So that's probably why I put that there. Then I see this and like, oh no. 3 special event tokens. Or, yeah, icons. So we're definitely going to take that. Because once again, I'm trying to fill those first 4 days up with just Tokyo cards. That's sometimes harder than it sounds. When this comes out, it's either day. I'm going to put it here in my temple, probably. Simply because this will be 2 more special events. So if I can find the special event scoring, which, you know, I'm looking here, my opponent doesn't have it. And there's no guarantee I'll get it, but I'm trying to like set myself up for a big score at the end. Give me a second here. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely take that. I'll take this also. second one, yeah, I think I do take this one. Yeah. Question is, do I fill in the temple day? Yeah. So I don't have any travel yet, so I still have my free train, right? So I'll just walk as my bonus Tokyo. So that's a pretty good setup for a Tuesday there, this game. The only problem is getting these two symbols before we do this, but I always at least get one or two wild card symbols, so it's not that big of a deal. And look what appears out of nowhere for me. 5 and 1 per special event, which is the blue symbols. It's easy to trigger because I have my food day before this, so we're definitely taking that. And maybe this thing won't go here. Okay. Now the second one, I'm not quite sure of what I took, but probably this Imperial Gardens one. Put on the Monday here, or I could put it here because I need to fill this in. I really tend to want to keep this day for walking. If I get forced into something I don't like, I can just do a walk instead of a card, or placing a card in a bad spot. So yeah, I put it here on Thursday. I always like to check in on what my opponent's doing. Doing 1 per garden, so I want to make sure if I do like try to keep them away from as many garden symbols as I can, but it's going to be hard. A lot of times when you walk, you get the files, right? And you can use those to like draw more cards and then discard a whole bunch so you're not handing them to your opponent. So I'll try to not give them any, well, see, this isn't going to score a lot because you need the cultural tags before it, right? So maybe keep food away. That's probably the best thing to keep from them. Okay. Food for Tokyo. Like I said, I'm going to try to fill all these up with the Tokyo cards. My goal each day is to try to I decide to walk. I mean, that's a pretty good one. I'm not sure why I did that. Maybe because I wanted to get the file here, which could be it. Those files are very powerful. Oh, okay. So I think what I was doing here was, and I was just saying I want to like to get 3 symbols so I can walk each day, but I think do the extra walk each day. So I think I did this because I wanted to get this token here so I could score this. Yep. So I just walked to get a file. I'll take the wild card token. Yep, there it is. Now, my opponent's making it difficult for me because they're throwing symbols I don't need here. So, I just used my file right away. Took a whole bunch of Tokyo cards. I get this one, which is very good for this column here. The scoring is nice, but I can't. I need these, right? So I'm not going to cover this up. And you'll notice I'll throw away. It's the only food card here, so I don't have to worry about that, but I'll try to throw away some other stuff that they might need. Like, if you look here, they haven't really done their shopping yet, so I'll probably throw away those. I'm really trying to just stick them with stuff that isn't really useful for them, right? Like, anything with a negative effect, I'll leave for them. If it will actually go here. And then for the end game scoring, I'll probably take this one for that last column. Sometimes I like debate what I want to leave or not. So I'm taking this and this here. Fill that up. I get my bonus. I'm still on the opponent's board here. So I will do a walk because there's no reason to get a train yet. I've only switched once. So, as you can see, all Tokyo, all Tokyo, all Tokyo. This will easily be all Tokyo. So, as long as I don't do something stupid over here, I won't need a train, which I end up doing something stupid because I do take this one here. But it's fine. I just deny myself a walk. Okay. So, I thought I had a good scoring for my blue before. I get an even better one for it here, which I'm obviously going to take. And then I think I take this here. I've already decided to go to Tokyo here, so there's not much I can do, right? This one comes back to me. I've seen it before already. I think I take it this time. Yeah. Put it in the first row. Getting to the end here, I only get 3 more cards. This one, I draw one of each. Neither one is particularly good for me, so I think I walk here. Even though I could put the Kyoto Tower above the blue, and that way it's still all Kyoto. And then these last 2 are blue. I forget. I think I might walk, though. Or do I just... Okay, so, yeah, I did walk. And I do an extra walk. So this card is nice if I didn't have this great scoring card. This one is if you travel twice before you get here, you gain 2 per train ticket. So what you can do is not care about travel basically before this triggers. So having it here at the late end of the game, you could like swap back and forth between Tokyo and Kyoto. And it won't cost you anything because you'll get 2 points per train that's out there. So you'll actually turn those -2 points into zeros, basically. I think I just put this at the top here. There's There's no sense spending my file because I have a card that I can play easily. And it, yeah, it's right there. This is a pretty good scoring so far for this column, this day. So that's 8 plus 6 is 14 plus 1 per blue. So I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, as long as I trigger this. Which I think I purposely don't get a... I do get a shopping. Sorry, this replay for this game in beta is pretty slow. Okay, so I choose to use the file just to see if I can get something better. I get this. Debatable whether it's better or not because this is worth more points and has a happiness symbol on it, a cheap, right? So did I make a mistake here? Yep, I made a mistake here. And take this. No, I'm discarding right now, that's why. Should take this one actually. But I don't. So that was a slight mistake there. So the question is, do I take a wild card and guarantee this? Or do I take a chance see if I get a special event on one of these walks? I really should take the wild card. Let's see what I do. Yep, take the wild card. Alright, so I have to switch this to Tokyo. Doesn't matter because it could be either Tokyo or Kyoto because I'm going to travel either way. But I make it nice and pretty and make it a Kyoto. Okay. Put my free train there. Or my luxury train there and my free train here. Okay. So we got to go through scoring here. So this column, we have to see the walks, right? So when you do these walks, you have to take into account, am I going to push my happiness up, right? So sometimes when you get these, even though it's more points here, it might be worth more points to push your happiness up because this is 5 points here, this is 7 more here, and this is 8 more here. So you have to take that into account. So this, if you push it up 5, that's a 6-point card, right? Instead of a 4. I think I just choose the walk to keep 3 of those there. So I get a food and a happiness, so I can just take this regardless because it has a happiness symbol on it. Okay, continue. Oh shoot. So it's treating this replay as a tutorial. Okay. My opponents always score faster than I do, so just be aware of that. Because I like to think through my points here. So 12 for day 1 is not bad. My opponent scored more than me on that day, but I'm not too concerned. So they had a 5. So they don't have the flexibility I have right now with my wildcard tokens here. So I flipped the walk over for this day. And I start counting here. 1 happiness. So I have some flexibility with the happiness, even though I do have a unhappy symbol here. I probably want to keep this one, but we'll see what I do. I flip it over for the 3 points. That might have been a mistake here. because I don't have enough happiness to knock me up to the next level here. Okay, tutorial Brian, so don't click on any buttons. Okay, so I do go up anyways, because I had all these, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So maybe that's what I was thinking. Okay, I do want to spend these tokens for blue twice. Okay, so I'll gain 2 wild cards in return. And for this day, I scored 14. These first few days, I'm not too concerned about. No, I should have flipped that one, because I should have been paying attention to my thing here that I'm not going to be able to go up to 20, right? Because I'm going to move up 1, get knocked back down 1. So unless I get like something special here on this walk, like a double happiness, it's not going to work, right? So that's a very weak day. So my opponent's like ahead of me, but I'm not too concerned. Once again, I have some really big scoring days, and they had only 1 big scoring day. So oh, I didn't go up there. How did I do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doesn't make sense, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? So this should have moved up 1, moved down 1, moved up twice. Huh. Something I'm missing here. Can't figure out what it is. Not that I'm going to complain. Doesn't seem right to me. So I get a 20 on Thursday here. So I'm going to spend these all my wilds for blue, right? So I have 11 blue. 12 blue. Just going to score me 15 points. So my Friday, which is the day I was scoring all my blues here, gave me 25 points. So I had a 20, a 25, and a 15. Then with my happiness, I scored 20 points, which is way more than my opponent. And then about even here. But that's because I wasn't really focusing on all my icons, right? I really pushed into special events. So that's another game of Let's Go to Japan. Like I said, I really think if you get one of these cards where it's giving you a whole bunch of 1 symbols, you might, and those symbols happen after, like the day that you go on those things are after. So these are the special events. My special events is on Fridays, 2 days after. And you can get some type of scoring for that, either, on the same day or the day after. Then that's going to score you a ton of points. You really should just lean into it. I almost scored 150 points there. So, but yeah, I think that's really the strategy you need to go for here. Plus, this all Tokyo day is huge, right? So, 12 points just from this bonus here, plus whatever I get on these days, is really good scoring. So If you get this on the last day, you don't want to go to Kyoto at all if you can help it. You can just score all 6 days. That'd be 20. Sorry, that'd be 6 times 3 is 18 points, right? Just from that end game scoring. So, but yeah, it's still a work in progress. You know, coming down with a solid strategy, it's going to work every time. I've won a lot of games, but I've also lost a few that I thought I was going to win. I think in those games I really wasn't paying attention to my opponent too much, you know, because it's so hard to stop them from getting the symbols they need in a 2-player game. I really want to start playing like 3- and 4-player games, so I might go into the settings and preferences of the game and change it so I don't play 2-player anymore. Because I think 3-player is probably the best for this. Even though I played 4-player live, it's pretty good. You don't interact with that person that's directly catty corner to you, right? So, but yep. So if you like this content, please like and subscribe. You know, if you're interested in this game, please leave a comment of what's so interesting about it. I know it's a pretty popular game right now. And till then, have a nice day.